Hi everyone, I'm Graham and thank you for joining me here at Business English Flash, B-Flash. Are you the type of person that says yes to everything but later thinks, I should have said no? Today we'll be learning some ways to say no in a polite way in the workplace. Saying no might be uncomfortable sometimes, especially if you have to say it to a manager. Often we might say yes at work because we want to be nice, we want to stay on good terms with our colleagues, or perhaps we don't want to be seen as the negative no person, which are all good reasons. But saying no is just as important as saying yes, especially at work. Sometimes you might be already committed to doing something else. What's important is how you say no. Just saying no, point blank, can be considered rude. It's a good idea to be polite and give a good reason why you can't do something. We'll be looking at expressions you can use in two different scenarios: denying a request and denying an offer. Let's start with denying a request. So, imagine you're really busy, working on several projects at the same time, and then your manager asks you to work on one more project. At this point, agreeing to one more assignment might actually decrease the quality of your work, or you might end up working very late, which no one wants to do. A good way to respond is by thanking your manager for thinking of you for the task and then tell them what you're currently working on. For example, thank you for thinking of me, but this week I was going to work on X, Y, and Z. You want to thank your manager because it's flattering that they thought of you for the task, and this is also saying no without saying no. It also gives your manager an opportunity to decide which projects are more important and which to put aside. It is one thing denying a request from your manager and another denying one from your coworker. The following expressions can be used more with a coworker, but you must keep in mind your tone and how you use them. Imagine you have a coworker who has asked you for some help on their project and you don't have time. There are a couple of ways to express this politely. First, show a bit of regret, and second, explain briefly why you can't help. For example, I'd love to help you, but I'm swamped with the project I'm currently working on. Normally I'd be able to, but right now I have to finish this project. One last expression you could use is I wish I could. For example, I wish I could, but right now I need to focus on this project. And lastly, you could simply say, now is not a good time, sorry. But be careful with the tone that you use with that person. There's a big difference between now is not a good time and now is not a good time. I'm so sorry. With this example, you don't give a reason, so it could cover a variety of different situations. Maybe it's not a good time because you're really busy or about to make a phone call. Let's move on to denying an offer. This can also be quite tricky, especially when you have to deny an offer from a client, which means losing some money and possibly a client. Imagine a client comes to you and wants to know if you're interested in taking on another project. You could say, I appreciate the offer, but I can't take on another project right now. You could also say, Thank you for your offer, but my work schedule is full at the moment. Sometimes you don't have to give an answer right away. Perhaps you need time to think about the offer that has been put on the table. In this case, you could simply say, "Let me think about it." In this case, you haven't exactly said no to the offer, you have just asked for more time to make your decision. And there you have it. You've learned polite ways to say no. The next time you need to say no, don't be shy, you can use these expressions. Check out our video Interrupting Politely to learn other polite expressions that you can use. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you've heard, give a thumbs up and share with your friends. And don't forget to send in your questions to Twitter at Telelangue, #bflash. Make sure to join us next time. Goodbye.